we're learning a lot more about the killer, Brian Laundrie. FBI files have been released and made public. You saw Gabby's parents on with us. They hadn't even seen some of the stuff yet. Let me put this up. This is a journal entry from Brian Laundrie, but look at the date. The date is October 26, 2018, okay? It's been 2 years of waking up completely unsure. It's all too much for me. Yeah, I sound like a beep, but it really has been every day for 2 years. About a year ago, I went into a type of mania where I was smashing holes in the wall with my head, kicking through paintings, tearing whatever I was working on, pouring gasoline on myself to burn alive, but getting the lighter wet. Parking out in Murderland, listening to Mac DeMarco with a gun to my head, wrestling alligators. I wanted to die, and the weird thing is, nothing's changed, but the timer is running down. Nothing will change, no weight will be lifted. I have no options because I am a ghost, a shell. I never had a home or a family. I want to bring in some experts to help. And forensic psychiatrist, trial expert witness, and columnist Dr. Carol Lieberman. Dr. Lieberman, I'll begin with you. This is October 26, 2018. This is a troubled, disturbed person who clearly needs help. And he finished here, I never had a home or a family. Well, who are those two people that got him a lawyer?
Yes, they're the people who made him into who he was. Very sad, but not just sad. I mean, yes, he may have had some mental illness. You know, I mean, he talks about mania. We don't know if anybody if a professional ever diagnosed him as manic depressive, for example. But he's sociopathic, he's paranoid. There are lots of, descriptive words that you can use for him. But he was a ticking time bomb, and he was suicidal all the time that he was with Gabby, and he brought her down with him. And she, he's the quintessential bad boy, the OJ type, and the, domestic violence abusive type. And Gabby, like women who go for bad boys, saw the little hurt boy inside of him and wanted to take care of him, wanted to make him feel better. And she sacrificed herself in doing that.
I want to show you a drawing, Dr. Carol Lieberman, that was found. This was again, this is from Brian Laundrie. It's, I guess, half bull, half man, with an arrow in the stomach. What are you seeing?
Yes. He is that man. He feels as though he's hurt, he's wounded, he's a wounded man. And, I don't know that may have something to do with Gabby, because, I mean, she's written letters to him too, where, she talks about being sad, seeing him hurt. But I think that really relates even more to his childhood, to how he felt all his life, really, as a wounded man. It's interesting. The FBI documents are not only letters and diary entries and so on, but also a description by witnesses of their travels. And what struck me was how close they were, how close she could have been to getting help. For example, in 2 instances, they talk about her crying in a bathroom in a gas station. People knew that she was hurting. It wasn't just the Moab police. Of course, they are responsible for, they're supposed to be the ones to know about this and to do something about it. But even other places where people saw that she was crying, she could have asked for help along the way. And it's so sad. A lot of times these women just protect the bad boy.
Yeah. Dr. Carol Lieberman, I want to show you a picture here, another one of the drawings by Brian Laundrie. And this one, I'm calling it the Trust No One drawing. What are you seeing there, and can you glean from it? What questions would you have for Brian Laundrie if you were shown this and you were sitting down with him?
Well, I would ask him to tell me what it means to him, but it's been, trust no one. It speaks to his paranoia, number one. And then the other part has been described as a skull, a knife on the skull. It's a little hard to make it out. But, they did find, even before this, they found in his house various drawings and so on. I mean, this is what he used to do, and he was a loner. You know, he was an outcast. But I think what we could see too is that, you know, trust no one, and so it was very hard for him to trust Gabby. And in fact, as the trip was going on, I think he was beginning to, you know, trust her less and less, beginning to realize that perhaps when this trip is over, she's going to leave me. You know, there's with what the FBI just released, there's this story, or in a diary entry, he wrote that he described a nightmare. The ocean pours out of her blue eyes and the fire is out. With one word, the pain is gone. Brian, oh, how sweet she is to say we should get together. But you know, when you walk out that door, she'll be gone forever again. You're blank back in the car, haunted by the eyes you'll never look into again. The pain burns fresh because you know it's just tonight. You wake up and you're both free. So I think he thought from the very beginning that she was too good for him. You know, they were separated literally by train tracks. They were each on different sides of the tracks, and she was on the more affluent side, and he was, you know, on the less affluent, the poorer side. So I think just in general that he always had this fear that she was going to leave him. And, you know, when you have that fear, you get angry at the other person because you're sort of imagining, yes, you're going to leave me. Why are you going to leave me? And your mind takes that down the road, and you get angry at the person.
Wow. We have about 20 seconds, Dr. Carol Lieberman. What's the big lesson from this entire saga and tragedy involving Gabby?
The big lesson is to be more careful in who you date, and especially who you take trips across the America with. But to not just keep deluding yourself or convincing yourself because you think you love someone. As she wrote in her letter, she was madly in love with him. She said, "I love you too much." When you start to feel that you love somebody too much, that's a little red flag, and you have to start looking whether you're seeing the person realistically.
Dr. Carol Lieberman, incredible experts. Appreciate your valuable time. Thanks so much.